Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my 24th episode of Saturday Morning Makes for 2023. And thank you to Jill Norwood for starting Saturday Morning Makes. Be sure to go check out her channel, and I will put that in the description box below. So, happy July, and welcome to Christmas in July. So, I have gotten up this morning. We've got friends in town for the weekend, so it's a busy weekend. So I have one card that I made this morning here to show you, and then one other project that I have started. And so I just had in mind this morning that I wanted to do something with a recipe. So I'll show you the products that I used as I go along, showing you my card. First of all, I wanted to show you this fun Here Comes Santa Claus paper pad from Doodlebug, and these are the patterned papers that I use. This pad is actually from 2016. And in Doodlebug fashion, it's full of really cute papers. And also what I found out as I was going along making my card is that the colors in these papers, and I've never really paid attention to my other Doodlebug, but they match up perfectly with my Stampin' Up! Cardstock. So I don't know if Doodlebug plans that or if it's a coinky-dink or what it is, but my cardstock that I used is the brand new gorgeous color of Bubble Bath from Stampin' Up! So I don't think Doodlebug plans that since their patterned paper is from 2016, but it just matches, the colors match perfectly. And the green cardstock that I used is Stampin' Up's Granny Apple Green, which matches perfectly with the lighter green shades in the paper, and this here. Okay, so I guess we can start kind of from the top down. The little heart that I die cut there is from My Creative Time's Cute Heart Layer dies. And there's another set of dies that goes along with this one, but this is the Cute Heart Layer dies. And just as a side note, My Creative Time just came out with their brand new release that you gotta go check out. And she's got, just for the weekend, a code to use to get 15% off of your whole order. So that is June 2023 is that code. So you want to make sure you put that in at the end. But do go check out her cute new release. It's full of bumblebees, really cute bumblebees and butterflies. Okay, so there is that. My little snowflake that I punched out of some older glitter paper from Stampin' Up. I used this punch here from Martha Stewart that I've had for quite some time. This is the larger one. I have two snowflake punches, and the other one, I believe the other one was smaller than that. Okay, and then the pocket that I used here is also a My Creative Time die, and this is called the Folded Tag die. So it comes with the main part of the tag, and then this part folds over to create that pocket. This creates your little layer on top. That's what I cut out that snowflake paper with. And then there's some frosting there, little wavy lines if you wanted to go back and make your tag look gingerbready or whatever. Or even, you know, it could just be like rickrack. And then there's the little hole saver that you can choose to cut out to put there, which I did. There you can see it. I cut it out for this tag and then also the pocket tag. Okay, so I just layered up my papers. This little heart paper here is actually the back side of that paper. And then here is my recipe tag that I have in there. And that comes from this set here, which is a Lily of the Valley, or LOTV, stamp set. I love how they package their stamps. They are actually based out of the UK, but you can order right off of Etsy. So you can put in that address there, or you can go to Etsy and look up Lily of the Valley or LOTV and find their things. So this comes with 4 recipe stamps: gingerbread cookies, sugar cookies, which is what I used, pumpkin pie, and pecan pie, plus these other extra little tags. But let me show you the actual size here of the tags, because they're shown smaller on the packaging. So that is that. And they're really nice quality clear stamps, polymer. All right, and these are called Christmas recipe tags if you go looking for them. Okay, so I just die cut that out of that pretty bubble bath cardstock, and I stamped it up in real red ink from Stampin' Up, and I colored it. Now, this was my 3rd attempt. I stamped it first in pink with the red ink, and went in and tried to color with my alcohol markers and found that that didn't work so well. The red ink wanted to bleed, and yeah, so I thought, okay, well, let me stamp it in my black Memento ink, and I didn't like that. I just didn't like the look of it with black ink at all. So I ditched that, went back to the red, and got out my regular markers from Stampin' Up, and that's what I colored the little images with, all except for the egg, and I used a chalk marker, white chalk marker, to color up the egg. And there you can see the little tag saver there on this one. And I just attached the holder directly down to the card. I just used twine here. I wanted it to look kind of pepperminty, so I used the red and white twine. And what else was I going to say? Oh, my little peppermint embellishments are ones I made using perler beads. So I just bought a package of perler beads at Hobby Lobby. And you can go on here to YouTube and just put in melting perler beads. That's probably how you should look for it. And I can't remember if I did a video or not. It's a little bit time consuming to do, because you have to stand all those little beads up on end and then carefully go to your oven and put them in without them falling over. But as you can see, I made quite a batch of them, and it was really fun. Most of them came out pretty darn good and round, except for some of these green ones that came out oblong. I am not seeing any right this minute, but some of those green ones for some reason came out in more of an oblong shape, which is no big deal, like an oval shape, but they're really fun to make. So that was my little embellishments. And on the inside, I just put in that paper that I showed you from Doodlebug, they always have like border strips all put together on one page, and so I cut the little heart border to go out with those to match those hearts there. And then the Wishing You a Sweet Christmas is from a very vintage Dots, or Close to My Heart Now is what it's called, set that I've had in my stash forever. I don't think there's a year on this, but these are called Sweet Christmas if you wanted to go looking for them. And there's the Gingerbread Man, a candy cane, the candies, and then the Wishing You a Sweet Christmas. I love this set. Had it forever. So anyway, that is my card. And then I wanted to show you that I have been talking a lot about wanting to start a junk journal. So that is what I have done. My friend Patty from A Soul's Heartbeat here on YouTube, I got to meet up with her. And so of course, we became fast friends, and she is doing, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the information on the gal who started this, but it's a Junk Journal July thing. And so Patty had posted a video on her channel about making her cover using an Amazon, they are sending a lot of their stuff out in these padded paper bags now, rather than some of the other packaging that they had previously been using. And I thought, oh, I wish I would get one of those paper bags. Well, so yesterday I did. It was something that I ordered, came in one of those bags. Now, Patty covered hers with fabric, but I had in mind to use mulberry paper, which I have had this mulberry paper in my stash for years and years and years. And my favorite color is red, and I thought, oh, I think I'll pull that red out. I had nothing in mind of how I want my cover to end up looking or anything. I just wanted to get started. So I thought, rather than ponder and ponder and ponder over what I was going to do, I would just pick something and let's get started. Let's go with it. So that's what I did. So I cut my piece of mulberry paper. I have some fairly big sheets of it that are all rolled together, and it's really soft, feeling like fabric, and it's very sort of fragile. In fact, if you've never worked with mulberry paper, rather than cutting it, if you take a paintbrush with a little bit of water and kind of just make a line and let it sit there for a minute, you can just pull it right apart and it leaves a nice feathered edge. So I knew I needed to protect it in some manner after I got it attached to this bag. And so I used just regular matte Mod Podge is what I'm working with. And so as you can see the images on the bag through the paper, and I thought, oh, maybe I should have used some gesso and covered all that up, but I would have had to have gessoed the whole entire bag because this paper's so see-through. And so after I got working with it, I thought, that I just find that kind of funny and fun, and I thought I'm just gonna go with it. So this is what my cover looks like. I think it's hysterical. I love it. I can see some glitter in there, and I don't know what that came from. But I can see glitter all over, and I'm considering going back and spray glittering just to make it even a little bit more sparkly. I'm not sure if I'll do that. My mulberry paper was so old, it had a faded line down the middle of it. And I thought, oh, because when I first was going to cut this out, I was thinking my paper would be turned the other way, and it had that faded line across the middle. And I thought, I don't like that. And I turned it, and I thought I can just make it go down where the spine is going to be, because my journal is going to be like this. So it's just a fun size. I know you can't see the whole thing there. This is going to be the front. So yeah, this will be right on the front. If I decide I want to cover any of this up, which I really don't think I want to, because like I said, I just find the whole thing where you can see this stuff to be funny. That's just my sense of humor. I like it. So I'm decided, since you can see those things, I'm going to go with a whole funky vibe to the cover on this journal. And I think my plan is to make the cover kind of look in the style of Diane Reevely. I have several of her stamps, so that is my plan for the cover. And I'm excited to get started with that. So yeah, my journal is going to be folded just like this. I let it dry overnight, so it's got a really great feel to it. And I feel like, after putting that Mod Podge on it, it's definitely protected now, so that this paper won't be like fragile. So I'll be putting some kind of fun paper on the inside here, you know, on the front and inside and the front and back cover here. And then I have a whole bunch of elastic cording. I have it in black and white, so with being able to see this black writing through here, I'm thinking that I'm going to use my black elastic cording in some manner to be holding the signature or signatures. I haven't decided exactly if I'm going to put one bigger signature inside here. I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to do. But I think I'll use that black elastic cording because I just think that will be fun to go along with this. So this is what I'm going to be working on for July. There's actually prompts that the gal, and I will try to link her channel in the description box below also. She's got prompts for different things that you can, just ideas that you can use in doing your journal for July. So I printed it out once already, but it was way too small and I couldn't even read the prompts. So I've got to go back in and print it bigger. But anyway, that is what I'm working on, and this is what I made for Saturday Morning Makes. And be sure to check the hashtag SatMornMakes to see what other people are doing. And if you haven't, if you do Facebook, be sure to go over and request to join our group that myself and Jill, have put together there. It was a group I already had started, and we've just incorporated Saturday Morning Makes with it now, changed the name. So it's called Saturday Morning Makes, and today's too. And it also has the hashtag SatMornMakes. So yeah, it's a private group just to keep things kind of safe and keep the people that we don't want that just are bullies or whatever away from the group. You know, there's always those ones that come on and make ridiculous comments and things. So we want our group to be fun and a safe place to share what we create. So you just will have to request to join and we will get you approved. Okay, so thanks so much for stopping by my channel. Please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.